changes. We are the changes. WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and I got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play your role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's not so it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is just show my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, this the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and I got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize, wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is just show my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and I got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play your role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's not so it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is just show my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah. No respect on selfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WUB. And all the things that will feel happen and I got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WUB. Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Voice our opinion and place our calling.
Good morning, Belize. It's Tuesday morning. That's right. Welcome back. And this is where we start the day. We told you we'll be back here this morning if we have health and strength, and we are right here on Crumb Radio and on XTV. I'm Mose Hyde, and we hope that you've gotten up this morning with great health, great energy, vibrations positive, and that you've got a morning full of space and flexibility. You ready for some WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, June 9th, 2026. We want to welcome you listening to Crumb Radio. Welcome those who are watching XTV, those who got their apps, those who are on social media, and those via simulcast coverage. We are here to engage in a big conversation, but that's not where we start. We've got some news, and of course we've got your weather forecast. The weather forecast is from the National Meteorological Service. The news is from our news team. We start off with forecaster Tariq Matthews to tell us what kind of day we can expect.
In Belize, earlier this morning, a few showers affected the Belize district and over some southern areas, but have since decreased. Relatively moist and somewhat unstable conditions prevail. The 24-hour forecast: sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. A few showers and possible isolated thunderstorms could likely occur around the country today, especially over southern areas. Then, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms will affect mainly southern and some coastal areas tonight. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 89 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 95 inland, and 82 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will drop to around 82 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 75 inland, and 69 up in the hills. The winds will be from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea conditions will be moderate. A low tide will occur this morning at 11:19, followed by a high tide this evening at 8 minutes after 5, another low tide tonight at 6 minutes after 11, and another high tide early tomorrow morning at 5:12. The sun will set this evening at 6:26 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 5:17. The moon will set this afternoon at 2 minutes after 1 and will rise early tomorrow morning at 10 minutes after 1. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night: skies will be cloudy at times, becoming mostly cloudy Wednesday night. A few showers and thunderstorms will likely occur around the country on Wednesday, especially over inland areas. Then, some showers, a few thunderstorms, and periods of rain will likely affect mainly coastal and northern areas Wednesday night. In the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected over our area during the next 48 hours. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. Our next forecast comes out at 12 p.m. this afternoon. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Met Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Crumb FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
All right, we've got your morning news. Former Ombudsman Major Gilbert Swazo has filed a constitutional claim against the government of Belize over the non-renewal of his contract, which ended on December 31st, 2025. He's being represented by Trinidadian Senior Counsel Anand Ramlogan. Swazo argues non-compliance with the Constitution regarding the terms and conditions of the office as well as interference. He cites as a key factor his handling of Jeremy Enriquez's Freedom of Information request on legal fees paid by the government in the redistricting case. The AG refused disclosure, but Swazo ruled in Enriquez's favor. He believed that negatively influenced the government's decision not to renew his appointment. He also raised concern that the government will appoint the attorneys on behalf of the Ombudsman Office in the AG's appeal of his decision. He states, "I claim no divine right to be the Ombudsman for the people of Belize. However, I am deeply concerned about any public officer being victimized and punished by a government for simply performing their duties in a fair and fearless manner to protect the public interest. Punishing someone for simply doing their job in an independent and fair manner compromises the constitutional independence of the office and undermines the very fabric of the Constitution." Swazo is also seeking compensation for monies owed, arguing that the Ombudsman Act requires the office holder to receive remuneration equivalent to that of a judge. Swazo says the government never honored that provision. We note the government is seeking to amend the law in that regard. Swazo's legal team also includes Sheena Pitts and Cecil Ramirez. The National Health Insurance Directorate has set the record straight regarding claims that Bamapan Medical Services and Laboratory had secured a lucrative NHI contract that may have contributed to a motive for murder. NHI clarified that while the business, jointly owned by Dr. Non Bonilla and his accused killer, Hannah Foreman, applied by the February 18, 2026 deadline, it never proceeded as an NHI provider. NHI says that during a 3-month phase of product negotiations, they learned of the ongoing ownership dispute and, consequently, the co-owners were informed that no contract would be signed. NHI stated in a release, "It is important to note that while drafted agreements are shared with support services providers, their contracts are not finalized or signed until a relevant clinic commence services under the NHI program." A total of 7 people died over the weekend in 5 separate incidents. In St. Ignacio, 30-year-old Jerome Chuk lost control of his motorcycle near mile 72 on the George Price Highway near Contiki. His body was found Friday morning. Late Friday night, 19-year-old Etumito Pech lost control of his motorcycle on the road leading from Guinea Grass to Shipyard Orange Walk. He crashed into the back of a Mennonite horse-drawn cart. The impact flung Pech onto the pavement. Moments later, an oncoming SUV reportedly struck Pech, inflicting severe head injuries. Saturday in Georgeville, 27-year-old Thomas Lester Martinez was fatally injured when his ATV collided with a Dodge Charger while he was traveling from Esperanza to Georgeville. Also on Saturday, 29-year-old Bemapan businessman Jill Long Wu died after his SUV flipped multiple times near mile 21 on the George Price Highway. In Sartineja, Corazon, 3 men, 33-year-old Godwin Seeley, 24-year-old Ignacio Seeley, and 42-year-old Israel Chacon were killed when a Ford pickup truck struck them. According to the initial investigation, Amadi Gongara was driving a Ford pickup truck when he lost control and collided into the men. ASP Stacey Smith said the men were previously socializing at an event. A relative of the Seelys told the media that the driver had a confrontation with some individuals prior to the accident. The relative claims that the driver intentionally hit the tricycle from behind, but said he hit the wrong individuals. He also added that others were injured in the accident. while others narrowly escaped, jumping out of harm's way mere seconds before. The Prime Minister, Honorable John Bissenia, recently encouraged sugarcane farmers to diversify, considering that they have had to endure various hardships recently. On Friday, former Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Jose Mai, agreed with the PM and revealed that he and his family have moved on from farming sugarcane and are now focusing on cattle.
20 years ago, or if this conversation would have taken place 6 years ago, we would not have been able to tell the farmers what they can do to diversify. In what? The term diversification has been around for a very long time. When you ask the farmer, are you ready to diversify? He says, yes, but to what? What do I do? This government has presented the opportunity for the farmers to diversify. If you don't want to do sugarcane, you can do coconut. If you don't want to do coconut, you can do cattle. Right? So there's an opportunity for diversification, and that is a wonderful thing, where the government creates an enabling environment, an opportunity for the farmer to diversify.
Have you moved out of sugarcane completely, Mr.
Absolutely. Totally, completely. We are now cattle farmers, my family and I. We do cattle farming, and we are very pleased with the way it's going.
Are you seeking to maybe implement some of these, or maybe already implementing some of these regenerative practices?
Yes, that's one of the objectives of our farm, to be an environmentally friendly farm, a farm that takes into consideration the sustainability, the environmental pluses that you can do, what you can do to help the environment. So we have trees, we have electric fencing, we have small pastures. Everything that we can do to help the environment, we are doing.
That decision to move out of sugarcane, it was a financial one, I would imagine?
Yes, I guess everything that farmers do is based on finance. They may not seem to be able to read and write. People may think that farmers don't read and write, but they know to count, and they know when they're not making money. So it's profit-led, market-driven, profit-led. If you're not making profit, you're wasting your time.
And that brings us to the end of our morning news update. We'll take ourselves a small break. When we come back on the other side, bang, 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 we say call, we say talk. WUB in full business mode, conversation style, right here on Creme Radio and on XTV. We'll be right back.
Informative, accurate, current information. Creme's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
All right, welcome back. This is Wake Up Believe's Morning Vibes Tuesday morning, 9th of June 2026. I'm Mose Hyde. I'm hosting today. If you're just joining us, we're glad you've made it. We know that mornings are busy, but we're glad and appreciate greatly that there is space for us. Creme Radio, XTV. We got space for you, that's for sure. One at a time, but we got space. Call in. This is when you do it. We want to hear your views and thoughts and all the great stuff that happens between now and 9 o'clock. So, the telephone number for you to call is 280-5848. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. So, now is the time for you to get in, get on, and tell us what you are thinking and what is on your mind as we start this new morning. All right, it's good to have you guys here. Let me just take the time to say we have coming up second grand barbecue sale. That's next week, Friday. So we got you got to save the date. All right? On that day, you don't have to worry about lunch because we got you covered, and we want to just emphasize the fact that we want you to order. All right? It makes it easier. So you got to put in your order. You got to call us here at Creme, and we will get you down. Last time we had a little bit of problem with the logistics, but we never got no problem with the flavor. Creme, good morning, WUB.
Good morning, all. This is Sandra Coy. I'm calling to check something. I heard the tail end of a news item. I don't know if I heard correctly, that the sent aid to Cuba in a joint effort with Mexico. Is that correct or not?
Yes, we did.
And was a public notice sent out asking for contributions to this relief effort, or it was just a governmental undertaking?
If there was some public appeal, I missed it. I didn't hear any. I don't know if any. I think the release is saying that it was something that was various organizations, but I don't know the details of it, to be honest.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering if they will be having a repeat, because I'm hoping they don't see this as a one-time effort and that this will save Cuba. If Cuba falls, we all fall. It's as simple as that. So we have a responsibility as Caribbean people. Now, I see in Cuba the same problem that I saw in Honduras during Mitch. Because the north coast of Honduras, the population is in great numbers, is the black. And so they usually do not get aid. So when we organized, Arturo Gamero and myself, he was Honduran in origin, we concentrated on the north coast. So that was where our aid went to and was taken in. That was in the middle of a crisis. Now, I'm not proposing to straighten out ethnic relations in Cuba, but I would just like to know that I think that we should have a repeat, and I am appealing to Belizeans, if you only give us $5, so these people, they are in the front line now. We are all standing behind, Yeah. They'll come for all of us. But if we can hold Cuba, if Cuba can be saved, can be held on to, then our salvation, there's a greater guarantee for our salvation. Do you agree with that or not? What's your name, Mo?
Yeah, I am completely with you on the importance of Cuba remaining, maintaining their sovereignty. Are making their own choices, right? And I have to be honest. In that regard, our response has been very weak coming out of
terribly weak.
CARICOM. They finally mustered out a kind of a solidarity message.
That's what we did.
There was a message that came out of CARICOM. It was not very strong, but it was the first thing I've heard from them that said, hey.
Oh, you mean from CARICOM? The one from CARICOM?
From CARICOM, yes.
Yes, I heard it the other day. I think it might be your radio station. I only heard the tail end. I haven't got the time. But
I just wanted to add.
It was utterly weak. Huh?
I just wanted to add to kind of back up what you've said. For me, I really would have appreciated an opportunity to as an individual to put some support to that.
Me too.
I know that in the report, if my memory serves me right, it seems the Cubans living here were a part of the effort. So it was not only...
That's what I heard. That's the tail end that I heard them say.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they will go ahead and do it. You can't... A one-time saving no work. This is not a hurricane. This is an ongoing storm that's building now. The storm is building, and these people are in the front line. And Cuba, I wish Belizeans would grasp our leadership and our people. You don't have to be big to have a footprint, Mose. Cuba is not a big country, but look at the footprint it has had on the planet. So much so that significant members of the journalistic population, the media population, are predicting that Cuba will not be allowed to fall because members of the world population will come to its aid. I agree with that, Now, I know there are people who say that's not going to happen. American foreign policy would win out. There's no guarantee of anything in life, absolutely nothing. And I see in Cuba the Spanish Civil War, where nobody could have predicted the level of world response to the Spanish, to the defense of republicanism in Spain. Nobody could have predicted it. People came, some of the greatest minds of the 20th century joined that fight, out of nowhere. Why? Because they dropped a bomb. Franco allowed the dropping of 2 bombs were dropped before the bombs were dropped in Japan, on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. One was dropped in China and one was dropped in Spain, in the Basque area. That is, if your listeners want to go and study Pablo Picasso's iconic painting on that issue, you see? So the world saw what was happening to Cuba in the middle of the commencement of the Second World War. To Spain. And people went. So I don't know that there's any guarantee that the power move will work in Cuba. But for it to not work, we all have to take Cuba now on our shoulders. All of us, we have to take it. There are things in life you can't run from.
I am, and I did not mention it yesterday. I am very pleased that the effort has been done, that we are on the record at this time of great peril for Cuban brothers and sisters, especially when one considers how poorly we have handled our responsibilities to the Venezuelans, for example. So exactly. So I'm very pleased, and I hope that they would do it again, and I hope that they would make the appeal public.
Yes, that the appeal will go public, so we can know where to do it, and that it will be properly managed, responsibly managed, and that the aid will go to those people, not stay in anybody's pocket in Belize. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Corey. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Tuesday morning. I was just telling you guys that our barbecue is next week, Friday. And we want to thank you all for your support last month. We have a call. Krem, good morning, WB.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, brother Mose. Again, you have to praise Jah, the Creator, for everything on this earth, the water, the air where we breathe, the food where we consume, and the love we give away every day. We have to big up Jaja. We can't forget that man no day. I want to talk about the same thing I want to talk about Cuba, Venezuela, and you know what hurt me, what they're doing Maduro. But we them to watch Maduro, we watch the Petrocarib money, 500 million. We're if you build 10,000, 2-3 bedroom house for single mothers or poor people, that non-existent in this country. Nowhere you can find the 10,000 homes, but the money they in a politician's hand. And when they gone up against Venezuela, no PM from Belize not step up and say, boy, that man help we $500 million. And that's the way we there. We have leaders today with no kind of balls, no kind of heart, no kind of love, everything about money. And when they could turn against you, they turn against you. All in our activist daily life, you could see that the Belizean people not really back revolutionaries and the CARICOM leaders not back revolutionary leaders. They want to call you to a step beg you for millions. When America call step in your face, they act like they can't talk and they holler they can't talk because America has sanctions for we country too. This is what we're doing in this country. Jumping from the LIU. The LIU, the PM, last in this because the PM know that in 2020 when we had talks with him, he know that this may get done, and believes me, if we don't have a national youth movement to complement the LIU. Plus LIU, suppose there may be like one housing job for all the 520 yard youth. Some if they clean the streets or clean the drain, but most of them if they figure out and then figure out how to build cement house. If the government may really say build a real cement house. Yes, people say the government build house will satisfy it. No. You build house for yourself, no government official. No. Own this money where they spend. They don't own the street money, they don't own the house money, they don't own the NHI money, they don't own no kind of money we are spending in this country, Belize. You know who give them money to spend? The people of Belize, we, the taxpayers, that we give their people money to manage. And that's what they feel, they understand in this country. That's the big trick wicked tree. And that's why the politicians they have it over we. The LIU was start with about 10 million because we heuristics, stamp, all of we call together and we garner so much meeting and so they said, boy, make we start this LIU. This LIU not just pop out and nowhere, and the LIU show that yes, things happen, things they change. One spell the murder rate gone on to 84. 84 for 142 black man blood they spread every year, it got to 84. So it work. And if one life in a Belize costs $0, it's sad. Because $3 million to save 523 life. You know how much money that? Because one life costs billions of dollars. It's sad. And I talk to brother Curdle. I need to see your face on the TV tonight, bro. I'm sure to get to you there. Mr. Gilroy Osha. We have to big up the ministers there who don't say that it's the thing needs to work. Because we cannot afford to live in our war zone like this where they come. That's why I say at the end of the day, I know with the stevedore again, but I fight for the stevedore because I know that if all the whole family they out there without a job, west outside and B. So they have people in a top of this country, but we call the so-called elites, where deliberately want black blood to shed. Because when you do things like these, that's you to tell the black community, I want to murder rate up back to 150. I want to start killing yourself. I want to start murder on yourself. And because I can't afford to find $3 million to deal with them, people are here. Listen to me, then just give a prominent PUP figure a whole contract for $33 million to clean street. $33 million. So at the end of the day, bro, if you know they say you can't find $3 million to deal with, then you tell. I always say this country need a shock. This country need a great shock where shock the big people in the top. We make them have to question themselves now. And I know they talk about violence against these people. I talk about one shock where one shock them that one leader want emerge out of this country, where we even have to kick out someone out of the country because of their dirty stinking ways. Want to try destroy the black Sabbath civilization in Belize. You know most single mothers there right now where we don't have no kind of help because the people that are large rich Mose, you know much kind of, you know it. So I tell them, Mr. PM, you don't live that Belize. You know, you never ever come to Belize go hang out with we. You live the north, and I have been in the north and we don't know that at the end of the day, people afraid to say, but this country split in 2 or 3. The Mayans so, the Spanish there so, and the black people so. But at the end of the day, that you are the Minister of Finance, Mr. PM. You are the Minister of Finance and you have one Spanish background. But your inner life, you're the start to look racist now, bro. Mr. Mira, you're the start to look racist now. Mr. Compol, on the start to look racist now if you drop this leadership intervention unit. And I don't tell the PM where the money there and how to get the money for us deal with this and my national youth movement because Karim moved, the PM moving, but Karim no is not fulfill what he may do. He fulfill half of what he may do. Half a leadership intervention unit. And I could talk about Karim and all these ministers like this because when UDP me do stupidness, that me, Giovanni, was the self and then these people come to change the UDP regime. If they really want to talk the truth about life. So I could talk how I want to them, I could explain to them that deal with business, bro. Deal with business. Not stop with the work. Because you see that whole 532 man, we don't know if 32 out of there want to kill ministers after this. So no make it go to their thing, me, bro. No make it go to their thing, me, because no live in the hood like me. I live in the heart of the hood, and I listen to the cry of the people. I not run for this. If they want to put a hit for me in a Belize right now, they know why they every day. They know why I drive boat every day. I gone up against Ashcraft. If Ashcraft want to put a hit for me, I don't do it, but I'm protected by the Most High. And my people believe a lot of things they call in the future. In the future for we. We still want to build all the 10,000 homes when we build. But we are getting a revolutionary leader in the future. And just timing. And Brother Colonel, I don't want to straight up talker, and I don't hear for the grapevine that you don't want to be the PM, and the best thing to tell people outright, you don't want to do it, and the revolution respect you, because we don't know The political game now a big money game. The only reason why certain people are the PM right now is because certain people make up the money part of the election. The election costs money. We bribe, we buy it, we buy that, and when you get enough power, you not do what you may do. And people fear and holler, oh, Belize not gonna have revolution, we have revolution, we make a lot of things happen in this country. We make a lot of things happen. The port buyback, leadership intervention unit, we make the take back leader, we make them do all kind of things in this country, so the PM can't play me.
All right,
the PM don't understand. Respect to everybody in this country. I want to fight for their youth because the only way I feel in the ghetto. When them man are not got nothing to do. All right, thanks.
Respect, brother. Krem, good morning, WB.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I could get a chance to go up on the air, B?
You're live on the air, bro.
Oh, yeah? Okay, thank you, B. You know, morning, the lady when they harassed in the hospital on TV, why that thing looks sad before we people we go through that and then they film it and all of that and we all always see it, you know. It looks sad for when they drag up or whatever. I think maybe one of them attorney should have take the she case and try it. Because they place got security, they doctor so enough to take the line off in their hand and attack patients, you let them want to get some stitch and so on, right? And the brother will call us now. I do it here 100%. Man sharp. Man got things to say and man reasonable when they say. And another thing, like we Africans descendants, whether that be easier, we take all this lick. You know, we take all this lick, divide we up and they don't want to see we come out of the slum, out of the struggle. I'm surprised to hear that they got them by the clean drain and by the big man family and thing. They must could have imagined something better to do than to the low rating and like one low rated position to make one black brother day and the government put them there. I hear they talk about your brother as a politician. I think your brother as an African descendant too, he should have stepped up like the man said. You better now be PM, but he's right under the shoulder of the PM with the acting Prime Minister. Then the man should have shown some sentiment for we black people in this country, the Creole of the Gulf now. Because we take like Virginia and it's unfair to say how it prolong and everything they get pushed under the rug and nobody nobody to step up. Really, the Virgin saying they might start to mash up their Prime Minister there. We don't want to get like that, but them but still sit down for all that money away, but we descendants deserve, you know, like the slave masters thing. We work for we people for 400 years. Imagine how much money for we people could have our education and knowledge and wisdom, but they cut it all off. Now we there they confuse up amongst one another. And then they say, what we need to survive. We not to make them get away, you know, brother. Man like me, man like you then, Moses. You got a powerful name and you obviously they're in a powerful position of that. You got the power to make people share their sentiments and you probably could make more moves than you are making right now. And probably you are doing a lot. I think you're doing a lot. But like maybe if somebody push for we, Bedouin, push for we African descendants to make we come out of this position, to make them the hell you got them by the clean or chain, man. Better thing they make them Guinea if you do. Paying them better than that. Guinea man are 500 a week, no 150. We're 150 good. We're gonna market the other day and I circle around in a moments 150 I mean, you know, it's only bag in my hand. I mean, suppose I may have to pay other things. Come on, Bedouin, I mean, I like the brother with doctors now. Enough respect, Mose.
All right, my brother. It's thanks. Krem, good morning, WB.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Yeah,
You're there on the show, brother? Yes, you're live, but you have to turn down the whatever you're going in the background, bro.
But I'm all.
Yes, you're live on the
Good
air.
morning.
Go ahead, man.
But I'm all, you know, I'm glad I got up this morning. Thank God, Jesus. I am alive. And I got up. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, man. At the area, man.
You know, yesterday I said I was going to give up. I wasn't going to continue on this medium, you know. But you know, every time I give up faith in my beliefs and people, somebody wants us to know you can't. You can't give up. You cannot give up. I got calls yesterday from New York City. I got calls from different parts of the world, man. And it was amazing to know that when I thought that I wasn't making an impact, look, I actually was, I actually was making an impact. And maybe they don't tell me every day, but yesterday I felt I was brought to tears. As a matter of fact, this big 800-pound gorilla, he could cry too, because somebody said, don't ever stop. I wake up every morning and I pray, I change the channel for 2 ways one day. So I am not going to give up. But so that last caller, the last 2 callers, while I might understand what they're coming from or what they're saying, most of you don't get up and try to something to you. Don't sit down and wait for a politician of all persons to go make your life better. I want to tell you something. I hear the man with this thing because when the election, they had youth this and they had programs for the youth and then they all about because they needed the vote. They needed their people. No, they don't get higher might, you see. After a while, one politician last me because he starts figuring out something. I don't really need there right now, that election time. I want to know. But you know, the people ultimately have the last say. You see, 10,000 house, to me, is a pipe dream. I will never sit down. When I hear the brother say about single mother, there is no way a mother can make a child by herself. There is no, I didn't understand the word single mother. Because a mother cannot just wake up one morning and make one child by himself. A man has to be there. Now, I want to tell you something. My mother never lived with one man. She was 6 with me. And I tell you, each single one of them are doing wonderful. And my mother clean a bank every morning. Just go to 1 hour and mop and sweep the floor. And I want to tell you something when my mind still living. We never come with it. We don't all have it. But you know something, Brother Mose? Try to better for your picture while putting the food. Not kill yourself. Not go put your hot higher and you reach it to try to impress the world. Do a little bit better. And then they will do a little bit better for their children. And then see, no, maybe all away from the last generation don't have to graduate, but now children are graduating. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things you change incrementally, but this change has to come from you. If you sit down and tell yourself, things that Bob Marley said, most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything and make everybody feel high. That's not going to happen. There is no Shangri-La. There is no, and Kumbaya moment when we believe that will come together. You know why? Because what the guy said over and over. Mose, if I run for office, yesterday 3 people said, oh, why you don't run for office? You know why I tell them, Mose? It took me 51 years to get the name Kalimo right. And in 2 minutes in politics, I will be a corrupt, crooked individual. I have been a criminal. I have been charged a lot of times. But I have been charged for fighting no dishonest crimes. So I know my name for me is to tell me, boy, look like fight. I want to fight for my people. But my people don't want that. You know what they want? They want somebody to come and tell them another one of those sweet lies. The kind of don't seem to want to believe.
You're in a real singing mood.
They don't want the truth.
You're in a real singing mood today, Kalimo. You're in a real singing mood.
Well, I could say it, the best way to say it is by
Imagine if you had a
sound.
good singing voice,
You
eh?
understand me? Maybe they might understand that sound.
Alright.
But then they sit down to wait for great God to come from the sky and politicians to wake up and say, here is 2,000, take one leave vacation. It will not happen. Huh? Everything you have more is because you got up and work for it. And the heart will live with the back of grass and starve. Huh? And these young men, when they go out there, they give one lot of problems, don't know how hard they are making for their children. You know why? Because when you turn on the TV every day, and every time you look, you say, I want to leave black boy for the TV. When my son or my daughter go there and say, you know what they say? That's saying black boy. And they get caught with that. Huh? You look at when we have graduations and scholarship awards, how much people look like we there? Because for some reason we think that by saying we are the money, crazy, body, we drive the best, we think that makes us somebody. We have no humbleness. I come for nothing more, and I don't want to go with the world. But you know what? I want to be happy. I want to be able to never have to beg. I want to be able to say no something. I stood on my 2 feet. And I want to tell you something. Don't think that obstacles are out there. Doors have been slammed in my face. But you know what I learned? If you are the best at what you do, you just do that one thing good, people will call you and tell you, brother, come, not stop, not give up, because that's the way you do. But you see, I don't get this thing that politicians are here to help us. I heard a lady the other day say something like this, you have to go to the minister, because the son of graduate and he want to go to college or he want to open a legal business and going to the minister. You know why I asked her? Was the minister on the bed, beside the bed, underneath the bed when that child was being made? That's not the minister's responsibility. The minister's responsibility is to make sure we have good schools and maybe help with at least tuition if you could. But you can't go to the minister because your son wants to go to the prom and he needs more fancy this to go. I hope most that when my children graduate, because they don't start yet, when they start, I own an ambulance here. Because anytime they tell me they want to go to prom, they go with what daddy have. You know, the rent one helicopter, you know, the get one home away. I don't own that. Stop, put your head higher and away, your heart higher and away for it. And if I don't want to leave down here and walk here, why you better believe you don't want to make daddy carry you in like that. Well, you walk out of that problem. Because daddy know the carry you with nothing where I don't own. If I own it, I'm going to be there for you with it. You look at there, people where spend all these lavish money.
But I call him more.
God, I know you're telling me Africa. Look, I don't want anti-carnival person. You know how much money will be spent on thing there? For one day thing, you ask any. Most yesterday I asked a millionaire. I said something. I saw a police patrol. One is called police patrol. And it was so clean. And I said, man, how you do? How is that? And the guy said, you know something, buddy? He said, we get double tax. We got, you see how this thing look good there? This is a 137 member community where we make the decision. He said, we see when the money comes. And I'm one man, you know, and every single person in this community has the right to go and say where that money gets paid. And you have to give accountability. But in the real world, you will tell me we are spending $33 million to this, $55 million to that, $25 million to this. Right now, they tell me we want $43 million to preschool. What a preschool on this more? My son and your picnic can't go to that preschool. That preschool is for the rich of the rich. Make the dead picnic go because they don't want them to go with the weak poor picnic. Huh? No, they're not jokes, man. Anyway, before I give myself a massive foreigner, I shall say, I do. But
Akalimura, I'm glad that you were encouraged by fans around the world who love hearing a bit of Kalimur on whatever talk show he chooses to link in. And I'm glad that you have revisited that decision and you have reversed it. All the best, bro.
That's one.
We will take a break. We go to 2 Cent Scam, sponsored by 4th Point Security. We take our first commercial break. After that, we come right back. stay active, keep the phone singing, keep the phone ringing. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
You're watching WUB and this is XTV. And each and every day we have a lot of accidents in our city. Alright? I went to find out the people in 2 cents. Why we got so much accident to happen? Is it cell phone? I don't wear a seatbelt? Or people have to pay due care and attention? Maybe we find out the people in 2 cents. Happen. What do you think? Due care and attention? What do you think cause accident to happen? What are your 2 cents, man?
First of all, I want to know what that means, accident.
Like that. Like that right there. You think that do care attention and then you run the line. What are your 2 cents, man?
Both of them.
Because I know you do it every day. You say this every day.
Yeah.
Right? And you question yourself, why then you run the light?
That's the way how humans act, man.
That's your 2 cents.
I believe that even if you say one green light, you still have to look out for other people where they're on red, because I mean, like, accident could happen quick.
Yeah.
You know? People like overtake and no overtaking could cause accident, you know, the hurry. I see some people the hurry, they drive 100 miles an hour and I drive 50 miles an hour and I meet up to them when they're driving in the yard.
Yeah.
Because some bump and slowing down, some vehicle and slowing down, you don't have to hurry.
Now you're 2 cents.
You don't have to hurry or take your time, my bally. Take your time. Life precious, life good.
You think people run the light? You think people run the light or people just...
You want to get the real and aside to go to City Council upstairs and somebody they will watch these cameras, so you want to get the full clip of what transpired before you had transpired.
Alright.
We have vision tech put them up, so then they lit.
Now you're 2 cents?
Yes, they lit.
At Hyde and Brothers Hyde. Celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Hyde every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Hyde and Brothers Hyde today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the Jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
We're here to commemorate the start of the construction of a STEAM pavilion.
It will be a place where students will be able to explore engineering, science, technology, arts, mathematics. A place where curiosity is encouraged, where ideas are truly put to the test.
This pavilion will feature state-of-the-art learning zones, including a fully equipped science laboratory for real-world experimentation, a modern recording studio to unleash creative and digital expression, an innovative maker space to encourage invention and prototyping, a collaborative learning street designed to foster spontaneous discussion and teamwork, dedicated storage rooms, of course, we have quite a bit to do, so where will we put it, and facilities integrated with mechanical and electrical rooms to seamlessly support operations.
This new addition to our school will create more opportunities for us to conduct more experiments and those fun stuff like that.
I believe that this team project will help students to be able to put their skills to the test.
I am excited for this opportunity, and I'm pretty sure that it will benefit my colleagues and also myself.
These STEAM pavilions are an expansion from our investment that we made through the ITSAT STEAM Academy in Belize City. These pavilions will be expanded, one in each district across the country, and this is just the beginning.
Trucking is the one place that can handle all your concrete mix needs. 50-pound sandbags, white sand, sand and gravel, river sand, black dirt, clay and landfill, washed white sand, concrete mix and limestone. We also do land clearing, road construction, and excavation. For all your building and home projects, visit us at mile 14 on the Philip Golson Highway. Call or WhatsApp at 673-1118, 671-9199, or 661-5863. We're open Mondays to Saturdays. Our prices are so good you can't get a better deal anywhere. Catoosh Trucking, where we do things right.
Belize Electricity Limited is pleased to announce the holding of its 2025 Annual General Meeting at the BEL Corporate Headquarters at 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway, Belize City, Belize, at 3:00 p.m. on Thursday, June 18th, 2026. For registration purposes, shareholders are advised to bring along a valid identification such as a Social Security card. Shareholders who are unable to attend may choose, and we encourage you to exercise this right, to appoint your proxy, or you can simply appoint the company's executive chairman or the corporate secretary as your proxy to represent you at the AGM. Proxy forms can be submitted at the BEL corporate headquarters at 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway or via email at shares@bel.com.bz no later than 5:00 p.m. on June 16, 2026. For more information or assistance, contact BEL's Securities Officer at 501-227-0954, extension 1512.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad in the month of June. Visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie Power Tools, Charbroil Barbecue Grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, Benny's. Benny's, Benny's.
You're up against some tough challenges.
But not all heavy-duty lubricants can handle the pressure. Until now. Introducing Ridgeline Lubricants. A homegrown solution engineered right here to solve the hurdles you face every day. Backed by experts who understand the ups and downs of where you're operating and what's at stake. Specially formulated to protect your equipment so you can push past grueling hours, heavy loads, and harsh conditions to reach for greater productivity. Ridgeline Lubricants. Long live your equipment.
All right, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde is in the house here with you right up until 9 o'clock. And we are open for the business of conversation. The telephone number is 280-5848. It's been a busy morning with the phones. People have been active. We love it. Sharing their point of view and their thoughts and their positions, and that's what we hope to achieve every weekday morning. So again, I repeat, the telephone number is 280-5848. That is the live line for you to participate in the conversation. And one of the things that okay, we have a call. Krem, good morning, WUB. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know why I'm... Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Torres here, Brother Mose. Good morning.
Yes, my brother. What's going on?
Well, I listened to a little bit of Kalimo just now, but you know, call me yet. I wonder if it's read for me. I don't know why no call me.
Okay.
You getting me there, brother?
I'm getting you now, sir.
Okay. Yeah, technology, man, we're not perfect. Yeah, I listened to Brick City just now with the interview on the 2 cent scam. And I like the answer of the bicycle rider where say about people stay the hurry and drive speed. Listen, Brother Mose, I live out on the streets, or in the streets, however. And not only we drive drive fast, 2-wheel and 4-wheel, bicycle, motorcycle, and 4-wheel. But walking also, we can wait 1 second for the vehicle pass. You rush across the street like the end of the world. You have to go save something. Lordy, we were not groomed from the beginning, man, from the beginning. But Brother Mose, I want to say something here, an idea. I was privileged to visit Raccoon Police Station, and I walk up the steps, maybe 36 steps, something like that. And I say, the personnel of the police, I sense, they carry up wheel and two-wheel carriage where you carry load. They go up the step, they carry drinks, they don't have drink and whatever them for use. Going up that step, why, Brother Mo? I said to myself, there and then, one idea pop up. Why not place one escalator, one elevator? Now the volume, they're not 20 police, they know that 200, 400 movements within the space of the police, the station, the increase. So you want immediate service. You have to go up yonder and come down, and go up and come down. You know, place one elevator there, man. You know? Well, that's what I want said this morning, and please, if Collymore, they listen to me. Give me one call.
Now whether you want Collymore beef again, I forget. Whether I want a beef.
The beef?
Yeah, whether that one of the beef board.
Well, I won't call it beef. I want confirm with him that when I open my mouth on road traffic, I am exact, precise, and to the point, like evidence.
Okay, all right, got you. All right.
Yeah, okay, brother Mose.
All right.
Thanks.
Respect, brother Torres. This is WB Wake Up Billy's Morning Vibes. Telephone number 280-5848, and I know sometimes you call and we don't answer, but you still hear the phone ringing, because if there's somebody on the line, the phone will ring, but there's somebody on the line, right? Krem, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, with the Benafi greetings, Baramo.
How are you doing, my brother? Good hearing from you.
The grace of the Most High, no matter how hard life is, we are hanging there. If we are faithful, we are hanging there until we go to paradise, I would say, as some people say, you know, even though I'll tell the preacher man there, you preach about paradise somewhere else while you're having your paradise here. So I tell them, I want to have it here with you too. No, I don't want to wait till you got to go somewhere. But the main reason why I'm calling is I want to thank God again, Universal God, for allowing and permitting Belizeans to have a chance to send help to the island of Cuba. Los hermanos cubanos, our Cuban brothers, Afro-Cuban, because of course those are the ones that always will be in despair, in struggle, in, like Mutabaruka say, one people in the sun and rain, and one people that collect the coil, and one people that cut sugar cane. It's always Afro, no matter where we are. In any country is the same thing. People as Afro-descendants are always in the suffering, because this story that do a man take over from another man in Cuba, and then he hack a revolution, and that never changed the status of poverty and suffering of our people. Even if they were educated, they were still a part of a regime. It's not like you are a doctor, a liar, or whatever you are, and then you have the freedom to do what you want. No, you couldn't do what you want. It's been proven for the past 60 or more years, you couldn't do what you want, because up to this day, this brigade that go to the world is under the control of a regime. They don't have their own decision. They can't do what they want. They have to come or go wherever they go, but under a rule to tell them where you go, and you have to come back, because if you don't come back, we oppress your family. I heard that directly from many of my Cuban people I came across. They told me that over and over and over. Some of them said they wish they don't have to go back. So thank God that the ship went with the assistance for them. I just pray that they get it. And I will wrap up by saying, long live Belize, and also may never country Mexico, which I love as a second home, because they are always there for everybody we need help. My brother, I'm looking forward to everything. Barbecue coming soon, the finger licking barbecue.
Next week, Friday. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to say we might have had a little bit of hiccups with logistics, but zero issues with quality and flavor. All the feedback has been unanimous that when it comes to taste, you can't touch it. Like, I know even I tell you right now that they're not just a matter of supporting the cause. You know, sometimes you're the one who want to leave fundraising. Yes, you know, it's like this and what we do on a regular basis. Nah, give thanks to the team, Money Mike and the whole operations. The flavor was 5-star, perfect 10, and you don't know I miss out on the second one. Next week, Friday, and make no order, Carleen, and link it. It's Friday, June 19th. I believe the time will be the same from 11 until 1:30. No miss out on your barbecue. Thank you very much, my brother, for giving me that chance to squeeze that in, because I've not had the opportunity to really.
I call it finger licking Barbecue, 5-star, Howard Johnson, Hyde, all those top-line hotels around the world can't touch that.
Boom. Respect.
Yes,
Give thanks. Krem, good morning, WB. Krem, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Mose.
Good morning, sir.
Man, I've been trying to get in, man. Whoa. Brother Mose, are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I want you to hear me out keenly, Brother Mose, before you cut me off. Cuba, and I think Brother Adam we just called pretty much took the word out of my mouth. I know for many, many years we have looked up to Cuba, we have hailed Cuba, wherever. When Fidel Castro and Celia and Ernesto Che Guevara from Argentina and others overthrew Fulgencio Batista, they were practically trying to bring back a democratic process in Cuba. Cuba had converted basically into a playground for the rich and famous. And the sufferation that we are experiencing here in Belize, black people in particular, was the same thing that was happening in Cuba then. A massive elite controlling the wealth of 99% of the Cubans. Similar situation here in Belize. Where they went, I'm not going to say they went wrong, but what happened, they turned towards the Soviet Union, Russia. America was not pleased with it, and from then we know the story that embargo have been on Cuba. My stand have always been, Brother Mose, yes, Cuba have done great for many countries in the world with their medical expertise, especially Africa. Countries in Africa like Angola, Mozambique, South Africa, etc., etc. They fought alongside Jonas Savimbi, Sam Nujoma, to drive out the racist South Africans from Namibia that was committing genocide on our Nama and Herero tribes in Southwest Africa. So, a lot of respect to Cuba. My point is, Brother Mose, black people in the Western world came through 500 years of slavery. And then after that, in Cuba included, and then after that to go back under a communist regime, that was very hard for black people in Cuba. And it is still hard for black people in Cuba. As Brother Adam just said, yes, black people are doctors over there, they are lawyers, they are generals in the Cuban army. But they are not in the elite position to make drastic change to the society, to black people in Cuba in particular, which would be almost like 50 to 60% of the population. So I am not in favor of imposing a communist system or a system that we just came through slavery and you're going to put another system on the people. And hence the reason why the black revolutionaries, the black conscious brothers and sisters from throughout the world have been clamoring. Uncle Sam, leave Cuba alone. But Cuba, you need to make some changes in your structure so black people could have this yoke from off their neck. Our people is, and more so now they are suffering with the embargo. And not only that, Brother Mose, as Adam said, the brigades that came over here and went throughout the world, going throughout the world, that is why Donald Trump have such a hard fist against them now, because they're directly, sent from the Cuban government, and the revenues that we have to pay there to be here goes to the Cuban coffer. And these are the things that we are not happy with. Free up black people in Cuba. We cannot tell them what regime to establish. We cannot do that. That would be meddling in their internal affairs. But our people, after 500 years of slavery, have to be free. Coming back to Belize. In Belize, Brother Mose, the callers.
So Brother Robinson, just let me quickly jump in. So one, I take a little, I have a little problem with you opening up your call by saying, asking me not to cut you off. I have many faults. I am not a perfect talk show host, but over the years I've been doing this show, my brother, anybody that has listened for any amount of time knows I am not in the business of cutting people off my phone. And so I really have to push back on that, because your opening remark is suggesting that is my inclination, and it's absolutely not. I don't have that reputation. I will never have that reputation. Obviously,
no, I never meant for you to cut me off. I mean to say intervene. I'm sorry about that. Not to cut me off. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. So
I make a take back on that. I meant to say intervene, because I'm calling your number, which is smart, from a Digicel, and the credit tends to. You're talking. I can't hear you. Hello?
No, I'm not talking. I think you're listening to me.
I'm listening to the TV. What I was saying is that I'm calling from a Digicel phone to your number, which is a smart, and the credit tends to go very fast. And then I'm listening to you through the TV, and the time lapse is kind of milliseconds.
Yeah, so you have to listen. There's latency, so you have to listen to me through the phone. That's what I always. Listen to me through the phone. You turn down the volume on your device, right? It's going to work better.
Okay,
right?
Very good. All right, so in terms of saying cutting off, I need to take that back. I was saying to intervene because the credit goes very fast. Now,
understood, but at the same time, for the most part, I try to allow for the completion of a thought, but at the same time, I promote the space as a conversation. And while I try. There are times I am a bit, I do jump in, but I try my best to ensure that the callers have the space to complete their thought. But I think we are in the business of a conversation, and that requires both of us to be back and forth once the thought has been made. So my interruption or my jumping in is not really disrespect to the value of your call and the credits and your time, right? It's just, that's what we do. We have conversations. Now, I want to just quickly say that we have to be able to separate what our thoughts are about the ideology of the regime, the nature of the government structure in Cuba. That is a conversation. Obviously, people have different views on that. What it is, I think we should not have a disagreement on is that you can, no matter how mighty a country is, we should never want to exist on a planet where one country believes that it has the right to dictate what should happen in another nation state, because ultimately somebody, if there was a more powerful country than the United States, it could look at the level of criticism and the level of resistance that is going on within that country right now towards its present regime, the structure of that regime and its administration, and say, this is a country that needs to be saved. We have to go and save those people because they are being oppressed. Having might does not give you the right to dictate what you believe another nation state to be, and because they are not aligned with that, you then put in place policies that create a level of desperate realities, and whatever our feelings are about communism as a political structure, as an ideology, we should always remember that we share a lot in common with our brothers and sisters, and in fact, the sharing of that intellectual capacity via the medical brigades we have paid those people directly, but more importantly, just having somebody to pay is a great service for us because it fills a gap that we have. So we have to recognize that it's not just a matter of, well, we remember you give you something. It's about, you know what, the people who are suffering there, we want them to know we are not blind to it, we are not ignoring it, we don't have a lot to give, but we give what we have. We don't know when enough we turn. So I think we can have a conversation about.
Point taken, Brother Mose. You need, hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you, brother.
Yeah, point taken. Hence the reason when I open up the conversation, I presented the grandeur that Cuba have done and is still doing for the world, for Africa in particular, Belize also, and during COVID, a lot of the Cuban doctors and nurses risked their lives to go throughout the world to help. So I would never condemn the goodness that Cuba have done for the world in terms of medicine and physically leaving soldiers on the battlefield in Namibia and Angola and Mozambique, in Tanzania, etc., etc. But at the same time, Brother Mose, I cannot forget the slave ships that came off the coast of Africa and dispersed our ancestors throughout the Western
But there's no ask of you to. But there's no ask of. But there's no ask. I don't know that anyone is asking for. I am certainly not asking for anybody to forget anything, especially that particular part of history. I mean,
no. Well, I said all of that to say this: that our brothers and sisters in Cuba, the African people in Cuba, hello?
I'm listening to you, brother.
Is suffering. How long could our African brothers and sisters in Cuba, and all Cubans for that matter, suffer just because a regime that believes that, well, they are the ultimate power to run the Cuban society? We living in a democratic society. My grandfather, your grandfather, fought in the First World War. Speaking for my grandfather and granduncles, fought in the First World War, the War of Civilization, 1914, to bring democracy to the world. Our Cuban brothers and sisters, they have not experienced this freedom that we have. Yes, they have an ideology there, but bring freedom to the people. Let the people choose whichever form of government they want, whereby they could trade with the Caribbean, they could trade with North America, with Europe, South America, etc., etc. They don't have that, and this is the burden that hurts us.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is there when you look around the world, which regime, which type of governance, which regime, which leadership stands out for you, that ticks the boxes for you?
Good question. I would say North America, the United States in particular, Belize, the Caribbean, really set a precedent in terms of democracy. Not even Latin America, because we know a lot of countries in Latin America, their countries, the military have imposed a lot of genocide on the people. But the United States, the Caribbean, many countries in Europe have been very, very shining on a pinnacle in terms of freedom of the people. We know that the United States is not all the best. No, they have a lot of faults. But in terms of freedom of expression, in terms of freedom of movement, in terms of freedom of speech, etc., etc., That is there. Belize the same way. We have freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of association. Belize the same way. So these are good regimes. Even though I am a Muslim, and I want to say straight up, I am not happy with Saudi Arabia. Even though they are a religious society, the freedom is limited in Saudi Arabia. The freedom is limited in those Gulf states. I've been over there, Brother Mose. I lived over there. And the people are not free. And those are religious societies. The people are not free. So I would choose Belize, the Caribbean, North America. That gives the people that freedom. We are not perfect.
You know,
we have a
you know, my brother, I love the topic. I love this conversation. I have to go to break. I love this because I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I've been thinking about and part of what provoked me is, well, one of the things where I will tell you right away that I have found that I might from a distance be intrigued by a particular nation, leaders. You might be reading some good stuff, you might be hearing some good stuff. One of the things I've learned after being on planet Earth for 55 years is that you don't know what any reality is if you have not walked in those shoes. So I might read some articles, I might hear things, but there is nothing like being with the people who are in those situations and being able to hear from them their lived experiences unfiltered. That is the only way to get a true sense of what is going on there. And you know, one of the thought experiments, if I can call it that, one of the thought experiment, one of the things I put myself through is to say, where if I could live anywhere on planet Earth, where would I live? Let's say they would say, you know what, Mose, you could decide where you want to live, anywhere. Now, you know, you have some countries, you have human beings who have that privilege, where their passports are viewed as they could essentially go down great number of countries and they are allowed to be there, right? We not live in our country where have that. People not really make it easy for we go anywhere. But this is just the hypothetical of it. If I could go anywhere, where would I go? Where would I want to be? And then how important is it for me whether it is democratic or not? And in relation to your response, I am in the media business, and I, like yourself, I appreciate freedom, but I don't believe that because a country is a democratic country, that is a guarantee that you have freedom.
Well,
and let me just finish. Like, so I would want to, for example, visit Iran. I feel that Iran is a most interesting. No, I don't want to live in Iran. Make I finish my line. I don't. This is the point that I'm making. I think Iran is obviously quite an interesting place, extraordinary history and culture, and I would want to visit there. But I would never want to live under a theocracy. Absolutely.
Well, Brother Moore,
let me finish, brother.
Oh, okay.
I would never want to. I find America an interesting place to visit. Very interesting. I think about its strong consciousness internally against authoritarian rule. It's having a bad time right now with that, but there is a deep genetic understanding within that nation state based on its history that it doesn't like the idea of authoritarian rule. Right now it is up against it, but I like that part about it. But for me, America remains a regime built, it's not been able to cure itself of its addiction to white supremacists. And so I would not and will never find myself comfortable living in a country that has not been able to break itself from its original addiction. It goes through phases of rehab, but when it slips back out of the rehab, which I believe is where it is right now, it's terrible. I think about whether or not I think about China. And I find China fascinating because right now China is a totalitarian communist country, but it is the country that is right now looking like it's really standing up as a world power at this point in time. And to the extent that when Mr. Trump visited China some weeks ago, the Chinese president said to him, "Don't let us not get into the, I think it's called the Thucydides pitfall, where this is something based on the fact that when one world power is faced with the emerging next world power, it's because of being uncomfortable with being, either being joined or being removed, being replaced, it ends up with war." A lot of the journalists who went with Trump were blown away by the advancement of that nation state. Statistically, the movement of people out of poverty in China over the last 50 years is remarkable by any assessment, by any analysis.
Yes,
but when I look at images, I look at the way that they are utilizing technology and just the movement of their people. It's an interesting place, but I would not want to live there. I don't want to live where I can be disappeared and it doesn't matter.
I would agree with you.
So when I do all of my evaluation, brother,
make a little something, cause
yes, sir.
Yeah, I would agree with Mose.
I will finish when I come back from
sure. Okay, I'll be brief. I would agree with all of your analogy, Brother Mose, China, Iran, etc., etc. But I still believe that the democratic societies is much better than those totalitarian countries. In Belize, we have due process. In North America, we have due process. China, you could be whisked away and you will never be heard of again. Saudi Arabia, the same thing. Iraq, the same thing. We are not accustomed to that type of society. I always said that the sacrifice that my grandfather and your grandfather did during the First and Second World War.
My grandfather was not in the World War, but yeah.
Well, my grandfather and two of my granduncles, matter of fact, one of my granduncles died in the war in the North African theater. So that system, and even the riot of 1919 with the ex-servicemen, that is to show for us as ex-slaves that the democratic process is the best way for us. And I know that the United States with Donald Trump, he is doing a lot of craziness, but the American people, they are very smart people, and they're going to make their decision in terms of what they stand for, because each country have their political party. Political parties have their own ideology, and some of them bring down thunder and lightning upon the people. But all in all, I still think, Brother Mose, that the democratic process for us is the best way to go. We ain't want no king imposing nothing upon we. We don't want no governor imposing nothing upon we. We want a freedom of choice society where me and you, I say, Brother Mose, let's go to PG. Let's go to Barranco. Let's go to Orange Walk. Let's go, Brother Dowd. That's the way we want to roll, man. And right now in Belize, too, we need to put this government in check that what they promised the Belizean people, they need to fulfill. When those brothers...
I love the idea of being in a nation state that is free and is ruled by the consensus of the people. I love the theory of it, but I also know while it is the preferred, at least in my mind, it's the preferred place for me, I am very conscious of how it is the most expensive model for individuals. And when I say the most expensive, is that you are charged, you are individually charged to create a democratic state. It is not given to you. It is a system that gives you a list of obligations. And if you are not prepared to fulfill those obligations, then what you get is a word of mouth democracy. You don't get real empowerment. You're getting what they call it thing, counterfeit democracy. And I think,
it is up to us,
so
the
counterfeit
people,
democracy
to make that democracy work.
Counterfeit democracy and authoritarian rule is the same thing. Because if you're not willing to pay the price of taking the responsibility of being informed, of being willing to engage, and then preventing the undermining of that democracy by money, which is one of the major fault lines of democracy, the way that money can come in and completely subjugate, essentially remove the actual will of the people. If you are not prepared to constantly reevaluate the integrity of your system, you're accepting a fraudulent version of democracy. So you really deal with counterfeit, and that's a waste of time too, because you don't really have the consensus of the people. And also the consensus of the people requires that we individually ensure that we inform ourselves. Because I think one of the Greek philosophers had said that one of the problems they have with the democratic system is that so he I don't know which one of them, but he gave this story.
No, the people have to make it work. It is up to the people to make it work.
If you're going to be empowered, if you're empowered to make the choice, you have an obligation to make sure that your choice is based on being very informed. You cannot be lazy. Lazy thinking does not create a democratic state. So,
exactly, I agree.
So you must but I don't know how we end up in this conversation here, brother. Are they way past me? Give thanks.
Yes, I bless up, Brother Mose.
We're going to break, we'll be back. I don't know where we end up there.
We're here to commemorate the start of the construction of a STEAM pavilion.
It will be a place where students will be able to explore engineering, science, technology, arts, mathematics. A place where curiosity is encouraged, where ideas are truly put to the test.
This pavilion will feature state-of-the-art learning zones, including a fully equipped science laboratory for real-world experimentation, a modern recording studio to unleash creative and digital expression, an innovative maker space to encourage invention and prototyping, a collaborative learning street designed to foster spontaneous discussion and teamwork, dedicated storage rooms, of course, we have quite a bit to do, so where will we put it, and facilities integrated with mechanical and electrical rooms to seamlessly support operations.
This new addition to our school will create like more opportunities for us to conduct more experiments and those fun stuff like that.
I believe that this team project will help students to be able to put their skills to the test.
I am excited for this opportunity, and I'm pretty sure that it will benefit my colleagues and also myself.
These STEAM pavilions are an expansion from our investment that we made through the ITSAT STEAM Academy in Belize City. These pavilions will be expanded, one in each district across the country, and this is just the beginning.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
So do you think we got a deal?
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you. It's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
At Hyde and Brothers Hyde, celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Hyde every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Hyde and Brothers Hyde today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Member owners of St. John's Credit Union Limited, mark your calendars. Join us for the 80th Annual General Meeting on Saturday, June 13, 2026 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's all happening at St. Catherine Academy's Mercy Center Auditorium on Marine Parade Boulevard, Belize City. Your voice matters. Come take part in the discussion on our transformation, member benefits, and plans. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Come out, cast your vote, and help shape your credit union's future. Plus, get ready to win prizes throughout the event. For 80 years, St. John's Credit Union has stood with its member owners. Now, we look ahead to the next chapter together. You're more than a number. You're a member owner. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe saving, smart borrowing.
All right, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Tuesday morning. It is the 9th of June, and we have a call. Krem, good morning, WUB.
Mose, this is Sandra Floyd back again. I'd like to make a contribution on this discussion you've just been having. First of all, what the United States of America is doing to Cuba is laying siege to Cuba. What happens when you lay siege to a country? You cut off all supplies of food, water, energy, whatever the people, the basic resources the people need to survive. You, the person laying siege, decide they don't have a right to it. Nobody has a right to decide whether you live or die. If we are a society that subscribes to the existence of a creating force in the world, then only that force has the right to decide whether you live or die. Not any other human being similar to you. They don't have a right to decide whether you live or die. And that is what is being done to Cuba as we speak. Look at the number. In the tens of thousands people need operations and hospital care, and it cannot be carried out because they don't have the electricity. What will that lack of electricity do most in the era that we live to newborn babies who need intensive care in the neonatal intensive care unit? They will die. So ultimately what is happening between the United States and Cuba, between the Israelis, the United States and Gaza, between the Israelis and the United States and Iran, is that a set of people have decided that another set of people will die. They must not live. That is what we are witnessing. And my position, I am a Baha'i Mose. I became a Baha'i in 95. I was raised in the Roman Catholic faith. My mother was an Anglican. I was also exposed to Anglicanism. But I became a Baha'i in 95. And in the post-revolutionary Iran, the Baha'is have been severely persecuted. I am not allowing that at all to temper my position on Iran. Because at the end of the day, even the Baha'is are going to be subjected, who live in Iran are going to be subjected to the killing.
The Jews in Iran.
What happened? The Jews, I was coming to that. You have one of the oldest Hebrew Jewish communities in the world in Iran. What did they do to them the other day? In the bombing, destroyed some of the most ancient copies of the Torah. So no, Cuba has, I started out by pointing out that Cuba has a racial problem, very severe. And we all, because we don't know history and we don't ever take on anything, none of us stood up and joined our black brothers in Cuba to lay claim to the authorities at the time when that should have been done, to say, listen, we love you, yes, but this is what we want to see. We would like to see these things corrected because this is an injustice and an unfair treatment, whatever word you want. We didn't do that. But at this moment, the hurricane is upon Cuba. And that hurricane is upon all of us. So I don't see how this is the moment now to take Cuba to task on its racism when we are facing everybody there being exterminated, literally being exterminated, both. How can we see that? How can we not see that? Let's say you are married and your husband have a sweetheart, but the hurricane coming and the hurricane is there now, the water is rising. Is that the moment when the water is rising and you need to save your 3, 6, or 1 child, whatever, that you are going to take issue with your husband for the sweetheart? That's not the moment to take that issue. It's to save your babies. The babies are the most important thing that right at the moment you should not be, because the babies are not, they can't save themselves. So that's number one. So let us not call it no, this issue with Cuba, the issue with Gaza, and the issue with Iran is the extermination of human populations by starvation, by bombing and shooting and setting. That is what we are faced with now. And Cuba, they're starting with the starvation and they are preparing to move to the bombing and the shooting and the killing. That's where they are prepared to go. So I have a problem in seeking to temper our concern for Cuba at this moment. Let us come to the labor and the medical units. If we were to employ, we can't even employ doctors from the rest of the Caribbean, from CARICOM, because the salaries they will demand, we won't be able to pay. Right or wrong, Mose?
I believe you're right, Ms. Corey.
And definitely, the salaries that doctors command in the United States and United Kingdom, we will not be able to pay those salaries. So, is it possible that we are getting a service at a greatly reduced cost? To us, isn't that very much the case there with this Cuban situation?
Yes, we are.
Yes. So that's number one. Number two, the word democracy comes from the Greek word meaning the rule of the people, the demos, D-E-M-O-S. That's the word for people in Greek. And that concept is based on the concept of tribal government as applied to virtually all tribal societies throughout human history. But not all societies maintain tribal government. Strangely enough, the tribes moving out of Central Asia, the Aryan tribes that would spread west in greater part, and a few of them would go east to India and Iran, those tribes, those people remain tribal to this day, not all of them. And the tribalism they practice is not necessarily the pure, pristine tribalism they practiced when they first started their tribal journey. That's not so. But what that tribal government has left as a residual memory in all of the tribal world, of the European tribal world, is they do not believe that any single ruler power should be left unchecked and uncontrolled and unmanaged. So in studying their history, not all of them, primarily the Northern Germanic tribes, they were not prepared to accept heavy-handed one-man government. It has been an unending struggle with them against that. But it hasn't been a perfected system. Prior to the emergence of, and with great ease, they slip into imperial, autocratic king type government with great ease. Look at Rome. Rome was a republic based on the rule of a selected group of tribal leaders who would then one day come into a building called the Senate and all of that. It didn't start that way. But that same set of people would be the ones who would impose such heavy fines and taxation on their people that it would turn the greater number of the Roman people into a landless mass. And that landless mass is what the brought to the Colosseum to see the gladiator fights, and it is that landless mass that was converted to Christianity. That landless mass became poverty-stricken, disease-stricken, everything. And they did the same thing in their imperial adventure in Judea. They turned the Judean Hebrews who called there into a land. They sought to turn them into a landless mass. So democracy has no guarantees. Tribal government, while it is the prevailing form in which humans have survived, and it has been the best form because it brings together a group of people to make decisions in consultation and to arrive at decision making by consensus. That has not always gone the way the beautiful theory makes it out to be. It hasn't always gone that way. It has very easily slid into, as I said, autocratic kingship, imperial government, all manner of things. Easily slid into it. Because we are humans. That is why. So, if you're going to choose where you go, in my lifetime, I was offered residence in Iran, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Honduras. I got residence in Canada and never used it. Never went back. And could have gotten for the United States. I didn't waste any time on that. It caused great issue and pain in my mother's life. But I told her, I said, Mommy, I don't want to live in the United States. I made up my mind in the 70s that as I watched my friends being removed and expelled from Canada and the United States, the only place they can expel me from living is Belize. They can expel me, but I can refuse to go, then they kill me, and I'm buried here. For me, that was a simple decision. The only place that they cannot put me out of is the country I was born in. Yes, they can say they'll put me out, but I can choose to die where I stand. So then you can't put me out. You don't control my life. But we must not fool ourselves. So the United States is a great, wonderful democracy. Oh, really? So how come slavery still operates there? How come you find container load after container load of poor migrants locked up in the container who are going to work as sheep labor in some agricultural undertaking or some meat packing? How do you find that? If it's such a wonderful democracy, how come you have that? If it's such a wonderful democracy, how come that wonderful democracy doesn't want democracy for Gaza, for the Palestinians? Because they don't seem to want it for the Palestinians. How come this wonderful democracy doesn't see that the Cubans have a right to life, a right to food, a right to energy? How come they can't see that? So no, it's not perfect at all. And so now come to the Caribbean. So the Caribbean is really this wonderful monument to democracy. Well, I have lived here all my life and have traveled in the Caribbean. And as far as I can see, the Caribbean remains, like America, a practicing failed society. Yes, we have the possibility of changing. All we have is a surface veneer appearance of democracy. That's all we have. If we didn't have that mode, wouldn't more people go march when you have things to march for in Belize? Wouldn't more people call and complain on your radio station about the problem? Why they not call? Why they not go march?
We would have...
Because they know that the food will be taken out of their mouth, right or wrong?
We would have campaign reform law, campaign finance laws, fundamental requirement. Without not having campaign finance laws is accepting that you don't mind having a fake democracy.
Exactly so. So we need to get real. We are living in a glass house. We are attempting to throw
I know we don't have a lot of time, but I'm very interested. I am the whole China. What are your thoughts on China and what it is? And when I sit down and I ponder, about the planet, China seems to have risen significantly to become almost at this point you'd have to consider it a core world power with the US, no?
But that Chinese crowd?
Yeah.
You know the word Lao guy? Have you heard about the Lao guy?
No, I don't know.
The Lao guy are the concentration prisons.
Where they put
they pack with they are packed with prisoners, and those prisoners give their labor as slaves. There's no compensation to them, and you never know about them. We don't hear about them. We buy products that come out of China that have been produced or whatever farmed by those same prisoners. So doesn't America have the same thing? Don't we have big basketball stars, ex-basketball stars, and who have shares in the prisons of the United States as we speak now, Mose? So no, I am not disputing that people are not attempting and have not attempted this, but you can't present any of them as the perfect example. Where you choose to live may not be as bad.
I'm not presenting China as an example of a place I would want to live. I was just thinking about the way that we talk about communist regime versus open capital market run regimes as compared to democracy, totalitarian rule. That it would seem to me that it comes down to the level of wisdom and integrity of your leadership class as to what they will make of a nation state, rather than which ideology you brand yourself with. No, I just
very much so, Mose. When you study Russia, when you study communism is virtually Russian imperialism in a little modern dress. No different. For example, what Stalin did to the Ukrainians, the Russian Tsars did to the Ukrainians non-stop for almost 300 to 500 years. No different. So many times, what has been classified as communism, yes, it was influenced by Marxist ideology and new ideology and all of that, but it is very much a continuation of old imperial ancient practices. Not much different from that at all. So now, but are we any less ancient than them? What are Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and
Jeff Bezos,
the whole South African crowd,
okay,
in the techno field? What are they? They are. You study their behavior, and their behavior, I don't know if you know, even worse than the medieval barons. Worse than them. You see? So we have a tendency to, very rarely we give up the past mode. Because giving up the past means you'll have to do a whole mental shift, and humans have a problem doing that. Big problem doing that. So we are witnessing, what are we witnessing? Aren't we witnessing America had an imperial project, but its imperial project was not as present internally as it was externally. Now aren't we witnessing the completion of the imperial project in the United States internally, and now the consolidation externally? First we were only the backyard under the Monroe Doctrine. Now they are making sure we will become part of the territory. That has been fought over before, and they didn't get it, but they are not satisfied. They still want it. They still want it.
I have to go to break, Ms. Koiba. Thank you very much for the input. Yes. We take a break and come back. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We're kind of out of time, so we got to get up without breaks. We'll be right back.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad in the month of June. Visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie Power Tools, Charbroil Barbecue Grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, Benny's. Benny's, Benny's.
We're here to commemorate the start of the construction of a STEAM pavilion.
It will be a place where students will be able to explore engineering, science, technology, arts, mathematics. A place where curiosity is encouraged, where ideas are truly put to the test.
This pavilion will feature state-of-the-art learning zones, including a fully equipped science laboratory for real-world experimentation, a modern recording studio to unleash creative and digital expression, an innovative maker space to encourage invention and prototyping, a collaborative learning street designed to foster spontaneous discussion and teamwork, dedicated storage rooms. Of course, we have quite a bit to do, so where will we put it? And facilities integrated with mechanical and electrical rooms to seamlessly support operations.
This new addition to our school will create like more opportunities for us to conduct more experiments and those fun stuff like that.
I believe that this team project will help students to be able to put their skills to the test.
I am excited for this opportunity, and I'm pretty sure that it will benefit my colleagues and also myself.
These STEAM pavilions are an expansion from our investment that we made through the ITSAT STEAM Academy in Belize City. These pavilions will be expanded, one in each district across the country, and this is just the beginning.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Paperworks Entertainment and SJ Promotion presents the official Belizean Jamaican link-up, the Father's Day edition. It's an all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Featuring the international reggae dancehall singing sensation stage boss, Wayne Wonder. To mash up the stage alongside the General Super G for the first time in Belize, Steely Bashman plus Belize's top DJs. Get your general tickets for $60 and VIP for $150 at Madisco, Stone Music Outlet and VIP Wireless. And lock the date for the official Belizean Jamaican link-up all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sponsored by
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
All right, Belize, time. Say, you know, wait for anybody. Oh, never wait for this morning. I done seconds after 9 o'clock already this morning. So we got to finish off with the last break and get out of here. So have yourself a great Tuesday. Health and strength. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:30 for the Wednesday morning edition of Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. As always, respect. Larry G is having a tough morning. Don't worry, Larry. You're still up. Keep your head up now. I hope you're not the bad boy, the ref, and all of that, though, Larry, okay? That is life. You have to accept what it is. All right, Cliff, Christy Flowers, last break, we out of here. We're gone.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Paperworks Entertainment and SJ Promotion presents the official Belizean Jamaican link-up, the Father's Day edition. It's an all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Featuring the international reggae dancehall singing sensation stage boss, Wayne Wonder. To mash up the stage alongside the General Super G for the first time in Belize, Steely Bashman plus Belize's top DJs. Get your general tickets for $60 and VIP for $150 at Madisco, Stone Music Outlet and VIP Wireless. And lock the date for the official Belizean Jamaican link-up all-white day party on Sunday, June 21st at the Belize Airport Authority parking lot, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sponsored by
at Habet and Brothers Habet. Celebrate your super handy dad with gifts he'll actually use and enjoy super savings all June. Like 15% off all power tools and Stanley hand tools, 20% off Vento PVC windows, 20% off Ascot porcelain tiles and 30% off Piso Forte ceramic tiles, and 40% off Sunlight windows and doors. Plus, stop in at Brothers Habet every Saturday for our veranda clearance blowout. And for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a power tool every Saturday. Visit Habet and Brothers Habet today and give Dad something worthy of his super handiness. Happy Father's Day to all super handy dads.
Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place no calling. Be yourself, see yourself. This is just show my people. Belize our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to.